here with Kail, the 5th person evicted from the Big Brother house. That means that you're the last person who will not make it into sequester on the jury.
Yes.
How do you feel about that?
I am really happy. I get to go home to my husband and my 3 children, and I am very disappointed being outside the Big Brother 8 house, but on the other hand, I'm very happy to go home and not. That's what the young kids want. They all can't wait to go there. But that was the last
Why do they all want to go there?
Even Jen was saying, let's get the old lady out so we can all party in the sequester house, you know. So they all want to go. They think it's a big honor to be on the jury, and they want to just go and party, and they make money just laying around on the pool, and so
that doesn't sound too bad, actually.
Yeah. But my heart was at home with my kids and my husband, and I had no desire to go there.
You have talked to your husband since you got out?
I had a 2-minute monitored phone call yesterday for 2 minutes.
Big Brother's still listening in.
Yes, on the speakerphone. So.
What did he tell you?
He said he was really proud of me and I had nothing to worry about, and that's what I needed to hear. And of course he loved me and I loved him and miss him, and he said he'd support me and all of that.
Going back home, you have a lot of work ahead of you. You own 4 businesses.
Yes.
Half the town works for you.
Yeah.
So, but you kept that a secret from the other house guests.
Yes.
Why? And was it smart?
I don't know if it was the smartest thing to do, but for a peace of mind for me, I wanted to keep that information back. I didn't want to field all the questions. Evil was just throwing out questions left and right to me at the beginning of the game. I couldn't imagine if he found out about businesses too, and I just didn't want them.
You would think they might think you might not need the money?
That was a big, big, big factor in it as well. If I was blessed to make it to the final 2, I was afraid that they would hold that against me.
Why did you go into the Big Brother house?
I had a huge desire since season 1, and I started auditioning since season 5, and they finally put me in. I think it was persistence, like, okay, you can go in. I love risk-taking. I love challenges.
Was it more challenging than you thought it would be?
It was so hard. It was 10 times harder than I could ever imagine.
Why? What?
I was so homesick. I was so homesick, and I didn't realize that would be one of my biggest hurdles. And then Evil made it very difficult, where I was always walking on eggshells, and I didn't feel I could really relax ever. Mm-hmm. And the paranoia in the house is just crazy. Everybody is so paranoid.
Did the stress level ease up on you this past week when Dick suddenly was telling you he wants to keep you and you were working together?
Yes. Not only this week, this last week was my best week in there. I had the most fun. I was cured from homesickness for about 4 days. I didn't have the stress of Evil, and I was like, okay, I'm good now. If I can just get through this week, I'll be fine.
But what about the slop diet you were on?
That was hard. That was very mentally hard, and I love food. And you seriously do. You stand up and you do feel faint, and you do get lightheaded and dizziness, and it's tough.
That probably didn't help in the HOH competition, but last week it was down to you and Danielle.
Yes.
And you trusted her. You came down because she said, I swear you won't go home.
Right.
How much more did you have in you to stay up there?
I didn't have anything left. I didn't.
So was it a matter of, I'm going to expire anyway, and I'm just going to have
I'm going to get what I can get. You know, instead of lose, maybe I'll have a lose-win. And so I tried to like fake her out that I had all this left. I had nothing. And I looked at her and I could just tell she had a lot more in her than I did. So I took the lose the competition and try to win some kind of deal. With her. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She did seem to look like she tried everything she could.
Yes, I do. I do wholeheartedly believe that she believes.
She and her dad looked shocked when it was announced that you were getting evicted.
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
I was. Well, I was, but I know I watched the show enough to know that that house changes in a minute. And I might get a couple hours earlier was somebody flipped on me.
Why? Why do you think it was Eric doing a good job of campaigning, or what do you think happened? What do you think happened in the house to change?
I
the
don't
votes?
know. I don't know, but Jen knew. She goes, Kail, you know, it could have been a few things. Jen is so smart, and she told me, she's like, Kail, you better do this and this because the house is going to flip on you. And they did. They did.
It's the Big Brother game.
Yes.
You mentioned before going in the Big Brother house that you don't believe you've met anyone gay in the small town in Oregon that you're from, and that it's a lifestyle that you do not approve of. Since spending time in the house with both Joe and Dustin, have your views changed on gay lifestyle?
My beliefs and philosophy is still, you know, I'm not for that lifestyle, but I love Dustin. I look past his lifestyle and look at his heart, and he was a great guy. I cried on his shoulder a lot. And he made me coffee every morning. I'm like, you remind me of my husband, because he brings me coffee every morning. And I'm like, this is what my husband does. And he knew it. And so he did that for me. And I just love Dustin, but his lifestyle, no, you know, that's not something I would choose for my family. But
do you know who won HOH after you got evicted?
I did hear, the producers did tell me right when I left that Jessica won.
So what do you think the house is in store for?
Oh, anything can happen with her. She's a wild card. No one knows where she's at. She can either take Eric's revenge and do his dirty work for him, or she can think on her own, or she can do what the house wants. So she has 3 different avenues she can go.
Well, in the event that not in the event that you were voted out, you were voted out. We know that you have not read any newspapers. You've
Correct.
been shut off from the outside world.
Yes.
So we'd like to play a current events true or false quiz.
Oh, okay.
So you tell me if these are true or false headlines.
Okay.
Barry Bonds resigns from the San Francisco Giants before breaking the home run record, saying the steroid controversy surrounding him has made the record irrelevant. True or false?
True.
False. He hit the record-breaking home run, 756, this past week. True or false? Nicole Richie is sentenced to 4 days in prison for DUI and will reportedly go to the same jail used by her Simple Life co-star, Paris Hilton.
True.
You got one right. True or false? Torrential rainstorms in New York City forced The Early Show to evacuate its studio due to flooding and relocate at the evening news studio less than an hour before Tuesday's broadcast.
False.
True.
Oh.
True or false? The final Harry Potter book is released, ending with the death of its title character.
False.
That is correct. And finally, Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling announces that she will write another set of 7 novels based on the magical exploits of Harry Potter's son, Larry Potter.
True.
False.
Oh.
You got 2 out of 5, though. You know, you've been locked away, so we know it's not easy. And you never know. Truth sometimes is stranger than fiction. Kail Harvick, thank you so much. Good luck to you. I'll see you on finale night.
Thank you.
You're welcome.